Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.
番組は多言語放送です。放送予定は suprememastertv.com/スケジュール、そして suprememastertv.com/AW。
When I open the curtains in the morning, there's a groundhog waiting for me.
Good morning, baby. Hello.
He was a baby groundhog, and he started coming up to the door like, "What are you doing in there?" He would hang out, and he always had a very expressive face.
Cutie.
It's always funny when it's raining out because you just see like a little nose through the mist. When I started to put food on the steps, that's when the cutie started to become a real part of our household.
Animal people are just like us. Part 2 of a multi-part series. Please continue watching to find out more.
Vegan. Hear the heavens praising.
Oh, hi! My name is Octopus and I am an Egbert. Oh, wait! No, my name is Egbert and I am an octopus. I'm sorry about that. I don't get too many visitors down here on the seafloor. In fact, I have just one friend. And get this, she's a human. She's got these funny tentacles, which she lets me sit on. She calls them fingers, but I know a tentacle when I see one. Whenever she comes to visit, I like to give her a little boop to say hello. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Hi.
Greetings, friendly viewers. In Curaçao, when a kind-hearted taxi driver drops you off at your destination, thank them by saying Masha Danki in Papiamentu, an official language of the island. My name is Benita, and I am a vegan iguana lady who enjoys playing in the sunshine, spending time on the beach, and munching on delicious local fruits. We iguana people of Curaçao applaud your decision to become an herbivore just like us. This will surely bring you great health and a cheerful spirit. Welcome to our show, Animal People Are Just Like Us, part 2 of a multi-part series. In this series, we will focus on video clips and stories of animal person kindness, friendship, heroism, cuteness, and heartfelt acts that showcase their benevolent nature and highlight how alike their intelligence, emotions, family dynamics, and love for each other are to human beings. In today's episode, we will feature many of my wild animal friends. Let's get started.
The sound of contentment.
When I open the curtains in the morning, there's a groundhog waiting for me.
Good morning, baby. Hello.
He was a baby groundhog, and he started coming up to the door like, "What are you doing in there?" He would hang out, and he always had a very expressive face.
Cutie.
It's always funny when it's raining out because you just see like a little nose through the mist. When I started to put food on the steps, that's when the cutie started to become a real part of our household. I did not expect to be the chef owner of a groundhog restaurant, but he always stuck around. He knew not to leave a good thing. The fact that Cutie has been coming around for 4 years makes it a really special relationship.
Hello.
He's a wild animal, but he seems to enjoy coming and spending some time with me, which is really nice.
There'd been some really bad weather in New Zealand, just constant rain, and I saw 2 lambs running around everywhere frantically, quite desperate to obviously find a mother. By the end of the day, it was very obvious she was not coming back and they were in trouble. At that point, I picked them up. They were very wet, desperate for a drink, and warmed them up. And as soon as they had that milk, they're like, well, you're my mother.
Come on, you two. Yeah, it's time for your milk.
The next morning, they were looking better and happier.
Come on. Come on, you two.
They literally want to be with you all the time.
Have you hit another lamb? Have you hit another lamb?
It's a big instinct for them to stick close to their mother. A lovely thing about lambs, it's impossible not to brighten your day when you're just watching them play around. It's quite hard to even get the best moments on camera because they're so fast. That bond is definitely lifelong.
Zooming. Who's the fastest?
They've just turned a year old. They still play the same way.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Here I am, and there's birds flying to my hand. I feel like a Disney princess sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Two or 3 years ago, we were sitting out on our deck and there were blue jays. So I just put a few little peanuts out on the railing every day, and he came to my railing, and then over the matter of a few months, I started getting him closer and closer. And Stormy started to trust me because I have to trust Stormy's boundaries. And then the following year, he disappeared for the winter. But he came back in the spring with Walter. Walter would come right up to me almost more than Stormy, and that just kind of started it. If you had told me this is what would be happening 3 years ago, I would not have believed you. I didn't know I was a bird person, and here I am a bird person, and I love it.
I was just hugging him around his neck, and then he took his foot and just placed it on the back of my leg and just kept it there. It was the cutest thing ever. He loves people, but he's very clear that, like, I'm his person. He opens the mailbox. He likes to do it. You know, you would never know that he was wild. The wild horse roundups are brutal. They chase herds of wild horses for miles and miles and miles with a helicopter, mostly to make room for cattle to graze. There are more wild horses in holding facilities than there are in the wild. They just languish in these pens, and then the public is able to adopt them. Like he's very happy, but he's one of the lucky ones, and he shouldn't be the minority. All of them should be safe.
She loves the computer, but nothing that she writes is useful. She has to be under my fingers all the time. She's hilarious. She has to be involved in every chore. She gets on really well with all of the animals. She'd come and try and nestle in against your neck. It's like she has every opportunity to leave, but she's chosen to make us her mates for the time being. And I know that it will end, that she will go off and find her own mate. So I'm just really careful to appreciate that she's chosen to let me be part of her life.
Turn vegan. Wow! Finally!
Let's pause for a moment to give our best animal friend a delectable vegan snack. We will be right back on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, Animal People Are Just Like Us, Part 2 of a multi-part series on Supreme Master Television. We have more enjoyable animal person clips coming right up.
If cat people are sneaky and mischievous, ever wondered what a raccoon person raised by cat people could be capable of? Meet Biscuits, a raccoon folk who was abandoned as a baby, rescued and adopted by a kind woman and raised with several cat people in her new home. And getting stuck in awkward places. But the worst of all is her frequent raids into her mum's drawers, even though she hardly fits in them. This smart little thief has also taught herself to steal treats from the kitchen. But when they don't, she lays weirdly on the couch, questioning her whole life.
Everybody on island knows Jojo. He'll go underneath you and he'll just kind of cruise with you. He'll look straight into your eyes. You can see his little bit of confusion in his face. He's looking over and seeing like, how are you doing this with me? He loves the surfing. He'll cruise right underneath the board and then he'll go upside down. He'll sit then behind the rider and he'll jump up behind. He's just riding the wave like the surfer is riding the wave. You can see them swimming in the water wanting to get in, and then he runs straight to the back of the boat and jumps in. They started playing in the water together. And then says, we'll try and dive down. Jojo definitely seems to really like playing with the dogs. You can see them thinking and you can see them actually kind of processing things. They definitely do recognize some people under the water. They can see in between your mask and they can see the eyes. They've got personalities.
This man found a hummingbird trapped in a net on this table. Carefully, he cut it free. He even prepared some food for it to eat to get better. Unexpectedly, the hummingbird returned the next day, even bringing his entire family to enjoy a sweet treat. What a beautiful moment.
And the Oscar goes to Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Let's go! I'm doing better.
Whether we're talking about gender inequality or racism or queer rights or indigenous rights or animal rights, we're talking about the fight against injustice.
Doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. You know, I'm doing better than ever. 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 Like the sun shining after bad weather. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever.
One with flying colours? What else to expect? You are vegan.
Come on, nigga, come. There's a walrus trying to board my yacht.
He's on our diving platform again.
How do I get him to stop? Because he might capsize us.
He's big.
It's not every day that you see a walrus obsessed with climbing on people's boats. Wally is an Atlantic walrus who in 2021 went for a 6-month vacation across Western Europe. He has a giant baby, basically. So he was just exploring. He was figuring out his surroundings. He was curious. He was learning. There will be more cases like Wally and Freya, because as sea ice continues to melt, they're going to run out of habitat. So it is our responsibility to not only protect their native habitat, but to also treat them with respect when they do come within our range, so that they have the hope of returning to their normal habitat like Wally did.
She was just all covered in grass. We decided to just bring her home.
She was very weak and very, very tired. Peggy didn't want to go anywhere near her. She was really scared. Obviously, I kept an eye on both of them together. And Peggy was going closer and closer and started sniffing her beak. The fact that we were paying attention to this little one, she was curious to find out what was going on. And then one day I looked down and they were both snuggled down on the floor together. And I'm like, oh wow. From then on, it was just always snuggling together and they were never apart. It was so beautiful. I do believe that Molly thinks that Peggy is her mum and she's a dog. And Peggy thinks that Molly is her daughter and she's a bird.
They play with everything together. They play with balls. All the toys that Peggy plays with, Molly plays with them just the same way.
They're here to spread love.
Wow, what a joy it is to see the incredible relationship animal people have with their human co-inhabitants. I hope from the depths of your heart you feel the same. Please consider your animal person co-citizens next time when choosing the food that you eat, the clothes that you wear, and the products or entertainment that you purchase. As our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai Vegan says, be a hero, be vegan, save the world.
What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. The Confucian Analects.
Cherished viewers, thank you for joining us today on Animal People Are Just Like Us, Part 2 of a multi-part series. Up next is The Secrets of Venus, Part 3 of 12, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May you feel the unconditional love that emanates from noble animal citizens as it awakens your soul to remember your true heavenly nature.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.